Hi everyone, good Tuesday afternoon and welcome to GoLocal Live. I'm GoLocal News Editor Kate Nagel. Thank you for joining us as we welcome our guests on Jim Sulanowski and Stephen Hug with I Hate Hamlet, opening May 3rd at the Attleboro Community Theater. Stephen?
Hi.
And Jim, thank you for joining today.
Thank you so much for having us.
Well, Jim, I'm going to let you kick off being the director of this production of I Hate Hamlet. Tell folks a little bit about the play to bring them up to speed as to what they can expect.
Certainly. On this day, of course, very important to mark that this is the birth and death of William Shakespeare. He was born and died on the same day. A little exciting side note. The play I Hate Hamlet, though, really is not Shakespearean at all. It's a raucous comedy, and basically the plot is a young actor who's been in LA, being very successful in soaps and that type of television, is induced by his girlfriend and his agent to come back to New York, audition, and he does win the part of Hamlet in Joe Papp's Shakespeare in the Park. And he's very mixed, ambivalent about doing it. He doesn't think he's got the chops for it. And but his real estate agent gets him a temporary apartment while he's in New York, and it happens to be John Barrymore's former apartment. And he moves in there, and of course, the ghost of John Barrymore appears to him and through the play tries to help him get over his stage fright and play the role. I'm not going to tell you how it turns out. You'll have to come and see it.
I'll tell you that.
Oh, stop it.
That's where I come in after,
Stop
I
it.
play the ghost of John Barrymore, who is Drew Barrymore's grandfather, by the way. And so I get involved in it. And there's absolutely nothing redeemable about it. There's no special meaning. There's no politics. There's no hidden, and this is just silly. And that's the idea. It's supposed to be funny, and hopefully it will be. And this is GoLocal Prov, right?
Correct.
Okay, not GoLocal Attleboro, which is where this is the Attleboro Community Theater, where it's going to be.
But I believe this is the first time we featured the Attleboro Community Theater. So tell us a little bit about, again, folks who might not have been what they can expect at the theater, Jim.
Well, it is in a Masonic temple. The theater has been in existence about 62 seasons continuously. In this space, I believe it's about 14 years. And as preparation for the show, we actually had a seance in the space. We thought that it was appropriate. So one evening, we brought in a professional medium, and they saw this. She tried to scare up some ghosts in the space because it is a very interesting, old, and spooky place. The theater itself is not. It's a great theater, and their seasons are always interesting, never run-of-the-mill, and so I think they're going to really enjoy coming to the
I think I was the only ghost that they found, actually.
Yeah.
It kind of really wasn't,
Yeah.
nothing really
No
happened.
ghosts from the seance.
You would think. You
Yeah,
would think a
you
ghost from
would.
a seance, but I guess I'm the only one. I'm
So
ghost representative.
You've got your prop of the sword. And
The sword, yes. Well, the secret of entertainment is as men in tights, which we do have in this show. I wear tights during the whole show. I don't even have a costume change.
Just tights.
I'm dressed well, and then we have a very exciting sword fight, which I was thrilled to do. Do you know how to sword fight?
I do not know how to sword fight, and I didn't realize there might be a physical component to this. No, on
No
guard.
physical. We just wanted to show that it's a metal sword there.
But did you know how to sword fight?
I learned pretty quick. Well, not quick enough, but when we did finally get there, yes, there was an exciting sword fight in there, and it's a funny show. So if you're looking for laughs, it's a show to come to. It's not that far away either, wherever you are. I happen to live in Attleboro, so I'm the only actor in it who actually lives in the city.
That is true.
Yes.
Now, the sword fight, just a little sidelight, giving a plug to, it was choreographed by professional swordsman and fight choreographer Chris Cardoni. And I have never, because I usually don't do musicals, I've never worked with a choreographer of any kind. So this was exciting for me to turn part of the show over to someone else and trust their not only artistic eye, but also safety. And Chris was great because he made it very clear from the beginning, no matter what you're doing, nothing flashy or nothing like that is worth an actor getting hurt. So we felt very safe around him, and yes, he has choreographed a marvelous sword fight.
Any nicks and cuts, Stephen?
Not yet. No. It's been really. I wasn't a quick learner. Our trainer now has gray hair. He came in with dark hair. But no, it's been fun and it's good exercise, and we get to jump off the furniture. I get to jump off the sofa, and I get to whoa, like that, you know. And so it's a lot of fun. And but you know, learning it's fencing, and you have to do fencing moves, and I just don't know how to fence. I mean, do you know how to fence?
I do not know how to fence.
I don't.
I'll be very interested to see. Now, I also want to know, how did you channel the ghost of John Barrymore?
I don't know. He just showed up. He gave me a script. Actually, what happened was I'd done shows for the Barker Playhouse. I'd done a number of shows.
Which we featured a number of times here.
Yeah. And Jim saw me in one. He thought I was silly enough, perhaps, to do this. And so I read the script and I said, well, it's my first lead. I don't know. You know, I haven't done a lead player. But it was so funny. But really, what sold me, the fellow who wrote, what's his name?
Paul Rudnick.
He wrote one of the Addams Family movies. I love the Addams Family. I mean, I'm not very, highbrow, quite frankly. I like the Addams Family. I mean, the ones they did with, was it Raul?
Julia.
Yes. So that sold me on it. And there's a lot of silly lines in it, so that my character gets to.
Silly lines and sword fighting. And Jim, you brought a prop.
I did. I brought Yorick with us today. I knew him well. But one of the things, again, you did, just a little sidelight, you did ask about anyone getting hurt, and up till now no one has. In the original production on Broadway, which starred Nicol Williamson, which some people may know is a great, great Shakespearean actor, great movie star, but more of a rogue and a drunk than Barrymore was himself. And he was undisciplined, and the author, who is also the producer of it, knew that he was undisciplined, but he was perfect for the role. And shortly after opening, at the end of Act 1, which is where the sword fight occurs, he decided to go off on his own. And he actually did injure the actor who was playing Andrew, who, the curtain came down, the actor walked off stage, walked out of the dressing room, walked out of the theater, and never came back. And
Did the play must go on?
the play went on. The second act was done by the understudy. They then replaced the actor. It ran not a long time, but on the closing night, the author went backstage to talk to everyone, and Nicol Williamson was in his dressing room and sort of went in and said hi, and he just looked up to him and said, "You knew this was going to happen." So he had no regrets. No regrets.
That story never goes away. Was it like 20 years ago?
Yes.
Yeah, the story, we have to do something.
Well, are you going to stay in the role? Should you warn us ahead of time?
Well, I mean, that's a story that's never gone away. I mean, I hear
yeah.
that story all the time, and let it go. It's been 20 years. I mean, it was one night,
Well, again, things live on in infamy, but that does open on May 3rd. How long is the run, Jim?
There are 3 weekends.
Yes.
So it's I have my little card here because I am getting very old. We have the opening weekend is May 3 through 5, then the next weekend 10 through 12, and then 17 through 19. So that's basically Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And the Friday and Saturday shows are 8 p.m. and the matinees are 2 p.m. Tickets are available now at our website, which is Attleboro Theater.
Community Theater.
I'm sorry, yeah, you got to put that in there.
Community Theater.
Look at him, he caught me.
And
Google it.
We'll put the
Google
link up
it.
too.
Just Google it. Google it. Google Attleboro.
Say it right, Jim.
Say goodnight, Jim.
Well, I appreciate you both coming in to talk about I Hate Hamlet, opening on May 3rd, again, at the Attleboro Community Theater. So Jim and Stephen, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thanks
Thank you,
for
Jim.
having us.
And thanks for watching us as they previewed a late and fun and frivolous play taking place, again, in Attleboro. And of course, we'll put those links up as well. And we'll be back here at 4 o'clock with news and politics. So we're going to sign off now, and we'll see you back in a little bit. I'm GoLocal News Editor Kate.